Happy Wednesday, Stampers! It's time for another What's She Making Wednesday. And today we're going to do a clean and simple card featuring our Layering Leaves stamp set and punch bundle. This is one of my favorite stamp sets. I think it goes for so many great occasions. It looks so clean and it is just one of my favorites. So let's get started. I already have some of our pieces cut, so we'll bring in our foam mat since we're using the clear photopolymer stamps. And we have a piece of basic white here, and we're going to use the sentiment for you. I love this one because you can use this on any type of card, right? Because it's for them. So we're going to pull in some early espresso. And I've already got our For You mounted. We're going to stamp this in the top kind of right corner. So we'll ink that up in our early espresso. And we're just going to stamp this kind of the top right of our layer here. And we're going to go ahead and set that aside. We'll do all our stamping here first. Got a piece of basic white, just a scrap. We're going to use our early espresso again. This time we're going to use one of our leaves. And since it's in our punch, kind of this sideways, we're going to stamp them across our scrap, kind of that sideways. That way we'll be able to punch them out. So we'll just go ahead and ink this up. We're just going to stamp a bunch here. So this is kind of the outline of our leaf here. You can do 2 layers of them. So we're going to cut this apart. And we'll be punching all of those out. I think we can fit 2 more here. We won't use all these, but I always like extra. I just save them inside my stamp case. So anytime I have extra pieces, I just save them in my stamp case and they're ready to use maybe on my next project. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close up our early espresso. We're gonna bring in our crumb cake and we're gonna fill in all of our leaves here. So for this, I'm gonna turn it sideways so that I can see, but we'll go ahead and ink this up. And we're just going to line them up, stamp it down, and we'll fill these in. So we're also going to do a few of these lighter. So we'll go ahead and stamp off. Let me do that again. We'll go ahead and stamp off, and then we'll do them lighter. So we'll do a few that we fill in at full strength and a few that we fill in lighter. So we'll ink up. The clear stamps make it so nice and easy to line these up, right? So while you're watching me do this, thanks so much for liking and subscribing, sharing this with your friends. I love it when you comment. I read each and every one. And you can always visit stampinqueenbee.com for project information, to subscribe to my email weekly buzz bulletin newsletter. It's totally free, and I so appreciate you for doing all of that. Okay, so we have all of our leaves stamped and filled in. We will bring in our snips here, and we're just going to cut this piece apart so that we can punch all of these out. Okay. So now we'll bring in our punch. All of our stamping is done. And this way you can just line this one up here along the bottom. And punch out our leaves. So we'll just go ahead and do that real quick. I think these leaves are so pretty. Designers did such a great job on these. Okay, then we'll do our darker ones here. Two more. See, we have them. Okay, and last one here. There we go. Okay, so now our punching is done. We have all of our leaves here. We've got our pieces that I've already cut. So we've got our basic white layer. We've got our basic white card base. We've got our basic white layer that we stamped. I've got a piece of Early Espresso and a piece of Designer Series paper. And this is from our Neutrals 6x6 collection. And this is Crumb Cake. And so let's put this together. So first off, let's grab our green glue, our multi-purpose glue, liquid glue. We'll go ahead and adhere this right to the left side of our card layer. Perfect. And if it is a tiny longer, that is okay. And we're gonna take our designer paper, go ahead and adhere this to our layer of the espresso, just right in the center there. Perfect. And now we are going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, so give this some 3D element to it, but just very clean and simple today. So just put these in the corners and in the middle. We'll peel off those backings. Easy, easy peasy. And then we're gonna go ahead and center this right onto our base. Clean and simple, right? Okay, so now our leaves need to be adhered. So we're gonna put a couple of them. We have lots of choices here. And so we're just gonna layer a few of them on here. We'll start with a little bit of liquid glue. We're just gonna layer these kind of right on top of each other. Maybe a darker one next. Where do we want that one? Maybe right there. Oops. Stuck to me. Okay, and then we'll do one more lighter one, I think. Kind of right there. And we'll just add our glue. Just right on top. And you could Stampin' Dimensionals a couple of these if you wanted. I just like to keep it real simple on here. So we'll save these pieces for later. And of course we need a little bling. So I'm gonna bring in some of our pastel sequins here. I love the gold in here, so we will use a few of these. And we're just gonna go ahead and put one kind of in the middle. And then we'll just do a couple, let's see. And maybe one right there. Okay, so there you have it. Our clean and simple layering leaves card that's good for any occasion, right? You could stamp a sentiment inside that maybe said happy birthday or get well, anything for any occasion. So I love this layering leaf set and punch. I think they're so very versatile and they make us look so great. So thanks so much for liking and subscribing. I'll see you next week.